Serious? Oh my God. Okay, there we got it. All right. So, complex PTSD symptoms. Panic when reminded of traumatic events. How many times in this last year have I literally had to, for the longest time, I had to avoid blue Chevys. I had to avoid music. I literally couldn't listen to music anymore because of the concerts I went to. Well, every time I look in the mirror, that sucks. Because I have a scar. So anyways, so I just want to go through the whole list of PTSD complex symptoms, and we're just going to make a series of shorts on it so that I can put them all together into a playlist. And this is the first one. And so, like, literally the only way I can describe it is, like, I know I might react with anger and whatever, but when I would come across something where it reminded me of, I think that we can all comfortably state that he who shall not be named gave me my greatest source of trauma, actually. In all actuality. Okay? Yeah. So, like, if we're going to look at these PTSD, because I already had PTSD complex. I want to be clear. I'm not accusing him of giving me PTSD complex. I've had childhood trauma. I've gone through my life. I was already diagnosed with PTSD complex. But what I'm trying to demonstrate here is how he exasperated my symptoms, okay? So, panic when reminded of traumatic events. Do you want to hear something really interesting? You know how I was having the night terrors and the night sweats? Yeah. Do you know that they only escalated primarily if I talked to either one of them? If I talked to my so-called best friend or my husband, if I talked to either one of them that night when I would sleep, if I had any altercation with either one of them, my night terrors and whatever would absolutely escalate so that I would wake up. And man, I haven't had night sweats now since I quit my traumatic response. Like, well, I quit. Like, I just chose. I was like, I'm going to just stop this. No, that's not how it went. You know, wouldn't that be nice? Imagine though, then we wouldn't, then wow, where would we be? I guess that's where I'm getting to now. But yeah, no, that's why I want to get rid of certain things too. Because it's like, when I'm reminded, it's almost like you lose control of being able to, like, you need to have a certain level of control of how things are going to affect you if you're going to continue to heal. And when you're side-slapped with something that you haven't dealt with and it reminds you of a certain situation, you literally, your heart speeds up. It can become hard to breathe. I mean, I've had literal pains in my stomach. Like, it goes all through the list, which we'll go through this whole list and it like will demonstrate, because physical symptoms is a totally separate symptom. But this list is fucking insane.